are things I need of you. Things you may not understand and may not wish to do. But please do not make the same mistakes I did. My father, Howard, deserted me before I was born. I could claim the loss of my mother, and the letter received after her funeral blinded me to what I had to do. It would be a lie. Human nature sealed my downfall. My name is Philip. If we are lucky, then by the time you receive this, I will be dead. If fate frowns, we all perish. Hello, boys and girls. My name is Jazzy Lamette, and I'm going to be playing through Penumbra Overture, Episode 1. I love this piano score. Just over the rain and stuff. Classy. Alright, so full disclosure, you guys, I have already played through this. I kinda know all the scares are, so I'm not gonna be freaking out too much, but the reason I'm doing this is because I also own the sequel, Penumbra Black Plague, which I hear is also scarier than Penumbra Overture, and I think it would make for a brilliant blind playthrough. So, just to give you guys some setup for that, get you all hyped up and amped for it, we're going to be rushing through and doing this. I was just even looking what I was clicking. Aha, subtitles are on. I think I can change to voice language, but why would I? All of you speak English. I think. Right, so let's start on normal and you'll soon get an explanation what this is all about, which is probably better than what I can explain. We're going to be playing on normal because I am normal.
For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it, so when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world-renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
And there's the setup. Basically, we're just going to go and look for our father. Philip's father, actually. So, I also found, kind of funny how it was saying about, physics and linguistics, what is the university known for, and this is actually a physics-focused, I'd say an adventure horror game. There is a bit of action, and sure, you'll be doing a lot of running away from scary stuff. I wouldn't actually call it an action game. Also, I think from here on there's no dialogue until we hit the epilogue, so I might have to read this stuff out. except for, like, linguistics, right? There's a lot of writing in this book, like you pick up journals and notebooks and stuff. I'm not gonna read those, even though I know you love hearing my voice. Probably. It's just gonna take way too long. So if you want, you can pause that and read it. Of course, these little dialogue things, I might read them, just because they're there. So, finally, we're almost docked. I better steal my gear. I may be far from home, but chances are I can still pick things up using the left mouse, and I can take a close look at something by using the right mouse. Really simple controls. Take a look at this map. I'm certain this map's been a good decade or so out of date, but landmarks don't change much in Greenland, so I've got a pretty decent idea of where I'm heading. WASD, WASD, forwards and backwards and all that. Pretty simple controls. And physics. Look at them physics. Alright, so I have a drawer. Let's see. Pick up the notebook first. Always good to have a notebook in hand. Interest, information, reminders, blah. I think I left my torch in the desk drawer next to the bed. It can be opened by using my left mouse on it, holding the button down and moving the mouse. So basically, you're like reaching out and interacting with stuff. Like I said, pull this drawer, pull my mouse back, and there's my torch clipping through the desk. Anywho, I got my torch, it's in my tab, it's in my inventory, right there, along with my key, which opens that locker. So let's do that. Double click, clack, open, and there we go. Here's the glow stick, where's my mouse? There we go. Bam. Let's see, what do they have here? Oh, it's a scary lady with something on her shoulder. I think that's something. I was like, oh my god, it's a bunch of puppies! Little huskies! Anyway, it's mine. Nope. Not mine. Chair. Destroy the place. Oh, what's here? No smells, blah blah blah, or bait. I should have read through that, but anyway. Okay, see, this is what I mean. You can flip through that, but basically it's just fisherman's love letter. It's just some wife, Eric's wife, talking to him about, stuff. Nag, 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 don't take too long, blah blah blah. I miss you. And there's page 1, and there's page 2. Pause that and read it if you want. I'm not going to do it because it doesn't have any relevancy. Let's see. She left him some. What is this? Too lazy. Let's take a look at this one. It's a clone. Jack Daniels. Tennessee whiskey. I'm partial to Jack Daniels personally. Jack Daniels. Anyway. Oh, look at that. Is that awesome? I just love how modern games just do that. By modern games, I mean, like, anything. Oops. You got another. Any game that's, like, past PS2 era. I want to take this bucket. This bucket is mine. Theft. Can I put this on? I'm gonna try putting this bucket on my head. Ah! I am now BucketHead. Except I can't play the bass all that well. As I stepped off the boat, settling out into the blizzard that had formed around behind me, I had realized how utterly devoted I had been to discovering my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling of my extremities soon after, and I knew hypothermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter.